And we are back. And amazingly, we're all back. What's going on? That's twice now in a row that we've actually managed to get back all on time.
Despite Adrian's attempts to make it, just completely messed up, we still got back on time.
We did, yeah.
Just getting all these criticisms. And
I didn't.
at least you have my, you did have my pretty face. Now I'm just shrunk into the corner.
Just because you're trying to kill us.
To the corner where you belong.
Get back in the hole.
Excuse me?
Whoa.
Yeah, steady on.
Steady.
Oh dear, dear,
In the
dear.
cupboard with you.
So, you defeated the scorpions.
Yeah.
Well done. You weren't meant to. Sorry, yes, of course you were meant to. All the time, definitely. You're definitely meant to. Honest.
You definitely weren't planning on killing any of us, were you?
I definitely think these scorpions were like a throw in there because they're like, damn, they killed that assassin too quick.
Yeah,
No, not at all. It's just to break up the journey. I mean,
Yeah,
who
they
wants to
were-
say, right, you leave that place, okay, you arrive at that place next. You find a bit of info, okay, now you can go to the next place. We won't bother with the travel. We'll make it interesting for you. A couple of encounters on each journey,
Absolutely.
you know. The odd throat slit. Be fine.
I mean, I don't think any of us slit the scorpion's throats. I fried them with lightning, and then he necroted one of them.
Now, I think one of them did actually slip one of the archers' throats in the night, though.
That might have been one of them.
And
No, that was Electra on a Tuesday, and it was an MCP.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll
you
let-
haven't slit anyone's throat.
And when the scorpion was attacking Schnuggum, I went and let's go.
You posted
Yeah, anyway.
up the entrance that should be an exit.
Right.
Stop calling it an entrance, you fool. So anyway, after that, you kind of sort your wounds out, and then you kind of have a bit of a rest. Probably have some lunch. Trying to take some shade in the shadow cast by one of the dunes, and then you carry on walking. And it is slow going because it's difficult terrain, but eventually you do find some harder rock, and again, what appears to be this dusty road. This time you start following it because it's now heading in the direction that you want. And
Bless you.
Sorry.
That's all
do you mind?
that
I'm
sand-
talking here.
That's all that sand getting up in his nose. It's just
Yeah.
creating ambience. We're trying to help you out here, Adrian. I'm sure chat just don't want to hear your voice for like 2 hours straight.
They
Anyway.
do. I'm the reason they kill me. Anyway, that knows. Yeah, it's probably late afternoon. You crest a large dune, and as you crest it, well, I say a hill really, because you've kind of left the dunes behind you, going on rock now.
Everyone needs to destroy them all.
Yeah, and you get a really good view of the city up ahead. Ahead of you is Hiqain.
How'd you spell that?
Hiqain.
H
If we zoom in on the map,
Q
you'll be able to see it there.
HIQ. Where am I looking? Oh, it's that weird writing. It always looks like a B when it's a H.
Okay?
There's
Yep.
no A after the U.
There's no U.
I mean Q. There's no U after the Q is
No.
what I meant.
It breaks the rules.
I know.
Only the rules of English.
To be fair, that looks like BTQAIN.
Yeah, the H's are really weird on whatever
The
switch
curvy.
you used.
Yeah.
The curvy.
So
It's
that's the name of the
pretty.
place we just got to, yeah?
Yes.
So up ahead, Hiqain.
And the garb and everything that you liberated from the dead archers last night, you've kind of added to your disguise along with the rings. It was just like headscarves and things. with the rings of confusing disguise, allows you to easily just walk up and walk into the city.
Don't we have to do checks though?
You get plus 10.
Only if
No,
someone
'cause none of-
questions us.
Not really
Only if they
investigate.
properly check you. But they're just C4 people of varying heights wandering in. Unless they speak to you, they're just going to assume that you're nationals.
Yes.
They're not going to think of anything else.
They see a human.
Barely.
That's it.
Really wanted you to give me a check there.
No.
Small child.
No. Full grown human.
There's multiple places that you can stay in Hikane. In Escania, hosting someone is seen as an honour. And all guests in any establishment are always seen as important guests. No questions are asked unless necessary. There's no prying or anything. You're just a valued guest. And children are highly prized in Escania, or Estonian society. So,
But it's Hikane.
yeah, the city is Hikane, but the country is Estania.
Right.
So a family with many children is a rich family, because they have many children, and
Oh, we're supposed to have
these
two
are seen as
children,
the value
aren't
sort of thing.
we? Oh
Those
yeah,
sort of
we're meant
things.
to be mummy and daddy, aren't we?
Yes.
No. That's what Adrian said we could pass it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Passing as a family.
I'm not a child. Yes, you bloody are, you little brat. Bobbo takes 6 points of blunt damage.
No.
Do you want me to roll an attack?
No, let's not go there.
It's going to be more than 6.
I'm at least 5.5 foot to 6 foot.
No, you're not.
Yeah. That's what I'm passing as.
No, you're not.
No.
I've already explained this to you.
Yeah, I know. You said it would be a harder check.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I probably meant the DC about 25.
that's fine.
You ain't going to get away with it.
I've got a 10 and an 8 to start with.
You made the DC 50.
Anyway, so in the society, children are highly prized. A family that has lots of children is seen as rich, not in money, but in kind of wholesome wealth. And relatives of only one separation away, like cousins, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, etc. They're seen as extremely important, but always second to the direct family, like the mother and father, the children, or the siblings. The family to the Estonians is everything.
I'm a 6 foot uncle to Snuggle, that's what I am.
Nope.
No. You're a 6 foot uncle that looks more like 6 inches.
He suffers from very, very troubled delusions.
Body dysmorphia.
The thing I'm wondering is, what is Bobbo trying to overcompensate for here?
Everything else.
His foot
Yeah.
size.
Clearly.
Just trying to make it interesting.
No, you're trying to get this discovered.
No.
Oh, thank you very
Anyway,
much. Ali, I did not see the name. Someone's
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Um,
I didn't see the
But
name.
unless it's due to law breaking, issues within a household are never discussed in public. Those sort of things. However, doesn't stop them being gossiped about in private. Just not out in the open.
Okay.
In the desert communities, water is obviously the most highly prized drink, and meat either comes from catching sand scorpions,
Oh, we had a few
usually
of
the
those.
small ones,
Yeah.
before they're fully adult
Were you
grown.
taking anything from them?
You
You didn't say.
didn't know.
You didn't.
Or the meat comes from the abundance of all the free roaming goats
Yeah.
around,
Okay.
mainly around the rockier areas, but they can be found out in the main deserts as well. And it's supposedly the older the goat, the more flavourful the meat, or so they say.
It'd be tougher.
Other nations believe it's just a lie made up to disguise the fact that older goats are just easier to catch.
Yeah, it's more like.
Makes more sense.
Yeah.
To be fair, I do believe Snuggle would have taken some of the scorpions.
Yeah, more than likely.
He did.
But he didn't say he did.
He did say scorpion for dinner.
Yeah. Someone said it anyway.
but nobody collected any.
I would have picked some up by saying scorpion for dinner.
Never mind. Well, he might have some scorpion in his backpack, but he's got nowhere to cook it.
But you just said there's loads of places to stay. Surely they could
Yeah, there's
cook
plenty
it.
of places to stay, but you wouldn't walk up to a restaurant and say, "Here, can you cook my food for me?"
No, but if you places to
You
stay,
just
they
wouldn't
must
do
have their own kitchen.
Yeah, but they're not going to let you in, are they?
So water is
no.
valuable in food as well.
Yeah, in the cities, water is available because the cities are built around oases. Most of the foods in Escania are mixed with the copious quantities of coconut, because the main tree is like a palm tree with a form of coconut. The milk from coconuts is also fermented to make the most common alcoholic drink, which is known as kakaro, and is effectively similar to being a coconut flavoured vodka. You like coconut, do you?
No, cacao.
Chiquito.
Taquito, that's
Oh.
what it's
Well, this is kakaro.
yeah,
I made it up about 4 hours ago.
Yeah, but there is a
4 or 5
coconut
hours ago.
alcoholic drink that
Yeah.
the Puerto Ricans make called coquito, and it is coconut flavoured, and it is really, really yummy.
Nice. Well, this one is literally just like a coconut flavoured vodka
Malibu?
with a fake
No, that's rum, isn't
a
it?
sort of a faint milky colouring to it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're looking around the city, and I assume you're looking for somewhere to stay, the easiest and cheapest places to find are around the outer edges of the city. You find the cities don't have city walls. Well, this city doesn't have a city wall. Like it's just not needed. I mean, after all, who's going to come invading across a desert?
Camel herders.
What's a camel?
I don't know.
There you go.
They probably have a different name for it.
Yeah, maybe.
So we've entered the town.
Yeah, you've easily just walked straight in. Again, there's no guards on a gate or anything like that. There is no
So
city
we'll
walls.
just find somewhere to sleep. That's
Cool.
all.
Bobbo's gonna
Are you about to just say something really silly?
walk close to Shugam and say, "We don't want to get found out. We better act apart." And both run off in different directions.
That
What,
is
you
what
two-
kids do.
What are you two going to do?
Kids, come back here or there'll be punishment later.
Sorry, what was that, Elzana? Call lightning.
Yeah.
Bit harsh on your
There'll be
kids.
some divine intervention this evening, I'll tell you that much.
Or you could just do like most fed up
Shame.
British parents in
Carry
Mallorca.
on.
Bye then.
Yep, you just carry on going.
Yeah.
Sodja, they'll run back.
Can I just... I know
Are you
can-
actually doing that running?
Yeah,
off?
Bobbo ran right. Shugam ran left.
They'll come back.
Oh, come back,
Anyway.
yeah.
So, yeah, the easiest and cheapest places to stay around the outer edges,
Don't get lost, kids.
and they are roughly kind of like 1 silver per person staying.
Okay.
And basic meals, generally of some form of curried coconut goat. They're also just a silver. So it's very cheap. Kakara is a bit more expensive. Closer to the city centre, the price is double, and they are triple right at the centre of the city, where you can have views of the Winter Palace. And these go up even more if the Sultan is in residence. He is not at present. Because that's generally rare. It tends to be just right in the height of winter.
Okay.
There also is the famed Hikane fighting ring. Second only to the Sultan's great Astan fighting pit.
That sounds fun.
In
I wasn't
Hikane...
allowed in there. I'm a kid.
I like fighting.
Oh, everyone's allowed in here. You'll understand in a minute. In Hikane, the fighting ring is where people bet generally on sand scorpion fights each weekend. However, every 10th day, rest day to the rest of Escania, the city shuts down, except for hospitality and the fighting ring, where it is traditional to bet on the fights of convicted criminals
Oh,
against
okay.
the sand scorpions. Petty crimes, civil disobedience, those sort of things, they're punished by having to win fights against sand scorpions. Those who are known to be able to fight are pitted against multiple sand scorpions, and they won't be the huge ones you've just fought. They will be the younger ones
Okay.
that have been bred in captivity just for this. However, more severe crimes may necessitate multiple bouts. So you have one fight, then you've got to go in for another fight, and then another fight, until you're, and effectively you may be sentenced to 3 fights. That sort of thing for a severe crime.
Fight until dead.
Yeah. Highly serious crimes, however, they're quite simple. They start off the proceedings of each day, and you basically are tied to a post. You have one of your legs cut so that you're bleeding, and then they just let the scorpions out. And they effectively just give the scorpions a taste of blood before the actual real fight. Yeah, you're the aperitif. But that's only for the most serious crimes. These are rare, and what they tend to do is they save them for the big holidays, and they will do several in one go and really ramp up
Is
the
there any age cap on
bloodthirstiness.
these fights?
Age cap?
Cap.
Cap? No, if you commit a crime, you go fight. You don't get a choice.
So if a child kicked a guard...
No.
If a child kicked a guard, the chances are the parent will be sent in.
No.
Have fun!
I do not own this.
This is the point at which she's going, "That's my mummy, that's my daddy." And they get one of these two goes up, pulls your disguise off, pulls the ring off your finger and goes, "And that's a criminal."
Get it, boys.
Yeah.
You can have him.
I do have a question, though.
Yeah.
So, we're currently in the poor district, right?
Yeah, you're on the outskirts if
Does
you just
there
entered.
anywhere look like there's like lots of slummy area?
A slummy area, there's not really a slum as
But
such.
does anyone look like
You know, the-
struggling,
Not really, because people tend to look after each other.
Okay, cool.
There is a
any,
big sense of community amongst the
is there a
Escanians.
market?
There will be a market. Yep.
I would like to head to the market.
Okay.
Only quickly, I've just got something I can do. So,
Yeah, no worries. You can head towards the market. The markets, there are several markets. There's small ones dotted around where it's just kind of, there's an open space, so a couple of people set up a stall.
perfect.
There is also a grand market nearer the city centre.
Where would be? I would go to this one. This is a small market.
Yeah, just a
I don't
small
wanna
market,
go
yeah.
to potentially myself.
These are the sort of places where you will find people selling things like the fruits, the meats, and the basics.
Perfect. Well, I'm gonna walk. Are you with me, by the way?
Sure.
Cool. Okay. Perfect. Well, we don't know what the kids have got there.
Nope. They've done a
They've
run
gone
off.
somewhere else. So they're not struggling, but okay. In the market, I would like to use my 3rd level slot. So I'm going to have. Is there any empty containers nearby, like barrels? It's a market. There should always be some.
Maybe, yeah.
Perfect. Cool. And then
I'm sure there'll be barrels where they've been
empty
keeping
crates
meat and stuff like that, yeah.
Perfect. I am going to use those, and I can create this in it. I'm going to do create food and water. I'm going to create 45 gallons of water in the containers,
Right.
and 45 gallons of food, which is bland food, but it's food. I'm going to put a sign free to whoever wants it, and then I'm just going to leave.
Okay.
Kind
People
of
kind of they're looking at you. Just, weird.
Yeah,
People look. Fair enough.
and then we'll leave. Kind gesture.
I mean, it's because it's a city where they've got
Oh,
wells.
absolutely.
The water means nothing to them, but they're kind of,
Kind gesture.
people are kind of thinking, well, it's a bit odd, but okay, fair enough if you want to do that. Whereas the food, some people are kind of looking at it strange because, I guess there's only so much goat or goat
Yeah, it's
curry.
bland, but I can
with
make whatever
coconut
I
that you
want,
can
so I'll
eat.
make it, like, bread and cheeses and
Yeah.
stuff.
So you'll probably find that, breads they've probably got, although they'll be importing the grain. The cheeses, they probably only have things like basic goat's cheeses. So if you've got if you're making
I can make whatever.
other cow, kind of like a cheddar or a red Leicester,
I'll
those
make
sort of
carrot
things,
cheese,
they're probably, this is different, and some of them will probably
it's all
be
right.
gathering some.
Perfect.
They'll be gathering some, and then they'll be they'll make the sign of the truth and
That's perfect.
nod to you if they notice you're there, and if not, they'll just nod to the food
Perfect. There we go.
as a thank you, and they'll just gather a few bits. And
I just wanna use
Yeah.
it.
I don't need to know where, but how much is a pack of cards?
No.
Not a lot.
You're meant to be a kid, remember?
a pack of cards would probably be just a couple of silver. It's not going to cost you much. I thought you already had some.
I do.
You're getting more. Fair enough.
Why?
Right, should we go find somewhere to sleep then?
Yep.
In the market though, I'm just going to say in the market, you come across Snuggum, who's got some random kind of sweet on a stick as normal.
Yep.
Yep.
I've taken off some silver for that. And
He says, I don't know what it is, but it looks nice.
Yep.
And the rest of you, can I get an investigation check? If you are better at doing nature, you can do nature.
It's boys, put it down, son.
I'm neither better at nature or investigation. They're the same.
Just rolling.
Just roll with it.
18 plus nothing, because I don't plus
So
nothing.
18, 19, 6. You've got no idea.
It looks fine.
You two, however, option 1 or option 2. You guys can decide between you which one.
I'll let you choose. I don't
Option
mind.
1.
Okay. You look and you're thinking, yeah, he's picked up the candied goat testicles.
Oh! Yuck!
Say nothing.
So he's kind of crunching and chewing away, but it's nice.
You enjoyed that, son. I'm so proud.
Ew!
I'm so proud.
Option 2 would have been the tail, but you know, you went for option 1.
I'm so proud.
I
of
let
you,
him
boy.
pick. I wasn't fussed.
Did you enjoy your num nums?
Effectively, what they do is they get a stick and they
Just
stick
chew
two
them.
testicles on there that have
Ooh.
been skinned,
Oh,
and they just dip them in. They dip them in the candy.
oh.
I don't want to know that answer.
You.
Right. let's
I'm not
find
answering that.
somewhere
I'm
to
not answering that.
stay. We'll go to the cheapest looking place we can find.
Okay. So next to the market, you're kind of just beyond the market. You realise that's going into the slightly better areas. This is just you find there are plenty of places that they kind of act as both street cafe and bar, with where they will rent you accommodation. The steps for the accommodation are on the outside of the building, so effectively you get keys to go up that will open up the main door into the corridor, and then you can go down there and you'll get the particular room into your specific rooms. So downstairs is just like a very basic bar with almost cafe-like tables, and then tables out on the streets as well, with blankets being held out over everything so that it's cooler in this area. You do find that the difference between stepping out into the sun and stepping into the shade
It's quite nice.
is almost like 10-15 degrees difference. It's a huge difference, and you severely notice it, and you realise that, I mean, for you it's not so much of an issue.
Yes.
For everybody else, you probably do notice that it's much nicer in the shade. And yeah, wherever you pick, they will have rooms available.
Perfect.
You get the impression that because hospitality is a great honour and is
We might not get right.
prized, you find that there are far more rooms to let than there are demand.
Okay.
You know, people just want everybody to come and stay with them, so they get ready for it, whether they turn up or not.
Okay.
But yeah, you easily get a room each. Some, you know, if it were busy, they would try and cram more people into rooms, but
Give the kids a room.
yeah,
That
there's just
sounds a bit.
well, they give the parents the keys. And to be fair, you two have run off and are running around. So
Yeah, I
these
mean,
two just barely see
Snuggum's
you.
running around with his goat testicles.
It's probably eaten by now.
Well, to be fair, I said you two found us.
Yeah,
but
but you never said you followed us when we went looking for
Maybe
accommodation.
following us, we wouldn't let them run off again, I'm sure.
I don't know. We
I'm,
might be
I'm
bad
guessing that
parents.
basically you headed to the market and Snuggum headed for where his nose took him,
Yeah.
and Bobbo got scared, so he ran back and followed you.
Yes, that's a right.
No. I just
We'll
found
protect
some
you.
cards. That's all.
We'll
And I
protect
got
you.
myself a brand new pack of cards.
Oh, did you? All right. Fair enough.
So, we're
yeah.
now in the accommodation, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I'm assuming that you're gonna,
go to sleep.
you know, it's you'll have an evening meal, I assume. They do. They have a kind of form of coffee, which, funny enough, is made with coconut milk. So it has a very strong coconut taste, but it's like a
I like
coconut coffee. Whereas you've got that, or you've got the cacao. Whether if you're drinking alcohol, or they are happy to just give you water if that's what you want.
I've only Snuggum one a pint.
No.
No, of water.
Oh.
They look at you confused. What is a pint?
Beer.
No.
Beer?
Yes.
Where do you think you are, Sonnen?
You don't have beer here?
No. Why would we have that?
It's easier
And you, at this point, you realise behind the bar, all there is glasses and bottles of cacao.
Alright, we'll try some cacao.
Nope.
Okay, it's 2 silver for a bowl.
Sure.
He's a kid.
I don't give a shit. There's no laws saying they can't.
These guys let kids into the stadium to bet.
This isn't a 21st century society. This is,
Pay.
a basic medieval society. It doesn't give a
Can
crap.
I have,
Also, I
water?
think that
Yeah.
would be about teenagers.
Yeah, they will just quite happily just give you a jug of water.
Perfect.
It's not the cleanest or nicest, but it's
I bet they don't
water's
do tea.
water. No. No, they literally, it's kind of, you're in the middle of the desert. There is very little that will grow. Coconuts, goats, scorpions, obviously, although they tend to be more reserved for the
How much
fighting.
do I owe for the water?
The water's free. No, nothing's free.
I'll
Nothing.
I'll slide silver, please, over.
Ah, thank you. Thank you. You are most welcome here.
Thank you very much. Do you have anyone that needs healing, or anyone who's injured?
Oh, no. You are all good. Thank you. We would not want to put you out.
I would not feel put out.
And, now and again they'll come along to you and they're like, is there anything else we can give you? Would you like meals?
What food do you do?
We have curried goat
That sounds
and
great.
we have barbecued goat.
I will have what you recommend. I'm sure you know your recipes very well.
Well, the curried goat is a Hicane speciality. So if you haven't had it before, I suggest
I will
Go for it.
will order 4 of those then, please.
4 of those. Perfect.
Thank you very much.
And
I'm
You
not
will-
keen on goat, I just have curry.
You will eat what you're eating, boy.
but Dad, no, he's already walked up. He doesn't give a shit what you say.
You will do as you're told, boy.
He was given an order and he's gone. And shortly afterwards, he will come back and you will have bowls of this goat curry. There's various
What do you
bits of veg in there. You're not quite sure what they are, but there are those. These are just a silver each. You can pay later. We will trust you.
I will give you the money.
Thank you.
Good to be honest and upfront.
Of course.
Of course. There we go.
And you realise that this is the sort of place where they're quite happy to let you, pay at do a tab and pay at the end of the meal, just simply because if you don't and you get caught, you're going into the pits.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you're into the fighting ring. That's tough. So you have your meal. You have your meals, and they serve it with bread, but it's not bread that you're used to. This is it's a bread that isn't kneaded. It's literally a flour mixed with water, a bit of salt, baked.
Soda loaf.
I'll eat your
Kind
food,
of
boy.
without soda. Yeah, it literally is You know,
Ooh.
it's campfire bread, pretty much.
Don't want-
But yeah, they cook these and then they just bring it out and serve it in a basket. It looks very much like kind of pita bread type of things.
Do they have a tavern pet?
Tavern pet? No.
Why?
You do see goats chained up now and again or roped up.
That's
But
tomorrow's meal.
you realise that those are probably, being raised for eating. They may well have been purchased ready. No, these will be just on out the fronts, just simply because nobody cares if they poop or whatever there. But
Do we have
napkins,
napkins?
no, there's not. We're not talking about the fineries of life.
What are you thinking about?
He's just trying to do something stupid, like maybe towel whip a goat.
No. So I don't like it, and he's making me eat it.
You wanna
I'm
eat
trying to
your
find some way to get rid of it.
food? Eat your food, boy.
To be fair, it wouldn't surprise me if you start picking out the bits of goat and throwing them to one of the other goats.
That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, cannibalism.
And it's goat.
They'll
It
eat
won't.
whatever.
It will just eat whatever comes
Yeah,
at it.
I
And
know, right?
it's not going to have a clue that it's goat. That might have been
Probably
mummy.
wouldn't care if it did.
Yeah, it might have been mummy or one of its kids.
Oh no.
Boom.
Oh. Right, I'm gonna go to bed.
I bet that we were having meals which were brought over to us with bread and baskets, and underneath that goes Bobbo is doing Bobbo things.
Bobbo, this is our son Jimmy.
Yeah.
This is our son Jimmy.
What's the other one called?
Jimmy and
See you.
Sanders.
See you. So,
you're,
are you doing anything else that night?
Yeah, I'm asking the tavernator a question.
Ooh, that looks yummy.
Okay.
Your commercial fights that you've got going on where people take, people
Bet.
get on the matches. And
Yeah.
that's the one, bet.
Yes.
Is that only for wrongdoers, or can people put themselves in to earn some money, or?
Why would you possibly want to go and fight these things?
Well,
Ah,
when you get some
You
money.
have good spirit, little boy. I see what you're trying to do. You want to prove yourself to be a big hero for your mother and father.
Oh, dear.
You do your family proud. But no, it's not a done thing to go. Will you be going and seeing them? I bet you will enjoy them if you have not seen it before.
Can I bet?
If you have money. Nobody cares who they're taking the money from if
I
they're
just
winning.
pull out a little pouch and put it on the table.
Ah,
He's got his pocket.
you really do have good pocket money.
He's got pocket money.
I have a-
Go do
I,
that.
I have a cleaning job.
How much gold do you actually have?
Like 500. I said it's a little pouch, though, so it's probably not all of it. It's probably like 50 gold or something like that.
Well, you are clearly a very astute young man. Well done.
He's got a lot of money invested in the Scorpion Exchange.
I ain't got much.
This is good business, especially around here.
Exactly.
I mean, it's, admittedly,
We hunted
the
down-
money's in Gedan
We've got a
rather than
handful
here,
of four
but...
giant ones, not too far out of town.
Really?
Sure, you should.
Oh, it's fine. They were quite open about. We dealt with them. They're dead.
You
We were traveling.
We
fast.
killed 4 of them.
Yes, they're dead.
was you traveling in the morning?
Yeah.
We had some. We needed some urgent business that had to be attended.
He left it at the time.
With 2 children? With 2 children, it must have been urgent business. May I help you? Sorry.
In all
Can I get your
fairness,
contact?
One
or
of them got a
anybody?
have-
bloody good whack on one.
We have handed. There was some
Excellent.
urgent healing that needed to be done, and now it has been done.
Yeah.
It was a matter of life and death.
Literally.
Well, please, look after your children.
I will never let the outcomes in my life.
What about your wife?
I'm sure she is. A
She
very
looks like
strong
she is,
woman.
You look rather stressed.
She is
Do I?
very
She's-
strong.
Yes. You keep giving funny looks to this...
They
little-
put us in
to your little
harm's
boy.
way.
That one.
He's
Yeah.
a very naughty little boy.
Would you like me to contact social service?
No, she is fine.
There's a phone at back if you want to ring child. You can ring up Auntie Esther.
And my sister.
We don't talk about Uncle Davin.
Everybody does Auntie Esther.
Oh,
Yep,
no.
that sounds right.
Come, son, we must go and to bed and sleep. I'll put you to sleep. I'll read you a bedtime story.
Do not say daddy a piece.
Okay, Daddy.
They're gonna hit me.
You're not!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ah, these children, they have amazing senses of humor, do they not?
Uh-huh.
I will leave you in peace.
How much?
And he goes off.
What did you do? I don't know what
I have no idea what's
happened.
going on here.
He just rolled the dice. I'm thinking he's gonna kill himself.
You he's gonna hit me.
What?
I was eating when you made the hit me joke. Oh, I was gonna say, like, as he says, he's gonna hit me. Persuasion that we're not.
Please, Mummy. Oh dear.
It was a 27 on persuasion. We're not gonna hit him. It's fine.
I'm sure. These children are children. They are.
Imagination.
He is very adventurous.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one word.
Oh, that's so funny.
He beats me with persuasion. It's fine.
Oh.
Oh dear. Never mind. Please enjoy yourselves. And he's buggering off.
As you go into...
So we're heading to our
Go in the
rooms.
If you want to, yeah.
Might as well.
You little shit.
Yeah. Everybody just suddenly on the street hears this. You little shit!
So we're heading to the room.
And then every now and again you hear this. Damn it! Ow! No! Ow! Please! Ow!
That's
At
coming
which-
from Elzana.
At which point there's a bit of defenestration. There's a bit of defenestration, and out flowing out the window is Bobbo, landing in the middle of the street.
How dare you attack my son? Now go deal your punishment.
Oh dear. So, what happens now?
Okay, so you guys go up to your rooms and you sleep.
So in the morning?
Yeah, in the morning. You wake up. You go down for some breakfast, which is just bread and goat's cheese and water or coconut milk if you wish to have that. And you kind of start discussing amongst yourselves the things that you need to do. You need to discuss what you're looking for. Do you simply want to stay one night and get to the capital as soon as possible and head toward, try and track down the Sultan and investigate him? How discreet do you want to be if you want to go around asking questions? What questions and where do you want to go? And do you want to stay for some of the fighting? Or do you want to just bugger off? Because you have effectively arrived on what is the Saturday.
Should we do some betting?
It's entirely up to you guys.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You arrived on Reaper's Day, and the following day is... I don't know. I've never met the Sultan.
I'm sure such an esteemed British man would.
It wouldn't surprise me if... Well, I'm pretty sure that in Astan he owns the grand fighting pit.
Of course. Not expecting nothing less.
It would not surprise me if some of the breeders are, either solely supplying him or are working for him directly.
I'm up for whatever you two want to do.
Well, if we're supposed to be getting to the city, would it not be better to move straight on?
There's always time for a bit.
Betting is a mug's game.
Which is why Bobbo
Only
wants to
losers
do it.
Come on, Elzana. I'm sure one bet.
Can't lose if you don't bet.
You can't win.
One bet's not gonna hurt us.
I'm not.
Okay. 100 bets later. Come on. Our luck's gotta change soon.
You gotta play to win, boys.
If you want to go do the betting, you can, but I'm not making any bets.
Come on, son. Let's go back. Mother's given permission.
Let's show you what it's like to be a real man.
Honey, I'm taking all the money.
You're not taking mine.
So I presume you're going to enjoy the day just wandering around some markets and
Yeah,
You know,
I've got no interest in
and-
watching fights.
getting pissed,
No, no piss.
or just drinking water and enjoying people watching.
I'm a furbog, I wouldn't get pissed.
Yeah, maybe you're just going to enjoy a bit of people watching then.
Start.
Just sit there drinking and just watching things happen around you.
I'm just going to look up at Anderloss and go, "You're not my real daddy."
Oh dear. I wonder what Snuggum's doing.
Probably joining in.
Yeah,
Probably.
he's basically joining in.
There's a 28 hit you. That's... Flick you in the back of the head.
How much?
Behave yourself.
How much?
I'm not damaging you. Just behave yourself.
I believe,
I told you he'd hit me.
I
I
believe-
told you he'd hit me.
I believe it's 1d4 actually.
Well, it's a d6 if we're doing actual damage because I don't have attacks. But... Yeah. Are we doing an actual attack?
Well,
Okay.
you rolled
Alright.
to hit.
Alright, fair enough.
You rolled to hit.
Oh, that's
Painful.
Would you like to half it?
uncanny dodge.
Uncanny dodge, not good enough dodge though.
So you take 10.
Oh dear.
It's like
You rolled a 20,
No, I had 6 and then I had my strength modifier.
which is
4.
okay. So I'll take 5.
Yeah, so yeah.
Second
oh,
uncanny
when he
dodge.
said he was halving it, I thought you meant.
No,
That's
we're all
what I
thinking
mean,
you meant
right.
20.
No.
Bloody.
If
I mean,
it was nat 20, yes.
That's not discipline. That really is abuse.
I
Jeez.
don't know.
Uh,
I think
Who was that actually to? Bobbo or Shrugger?
Definitely Snuggle.
Definitely.
Definitely Bobbo.
Definitely,
Bobbo,
it
sorry.
is, yes, definitely Snuggle.
Oh, I thought it was Bobbo you did it
Definitely
to.
Shrugger.
Definitely Snuggle.
He doesn't get an uncanny dodge.
Oh, oh shit.
You made him nearly choke on his bollock.
Oh, that's long gone. He wants to go and get another one.
Maybe you just did.
Right.
So in the meantime, whilst these guys are just wandering off and they're going to go to the
Yeah.
fighting arena,
Yeah, you two behave yourself, or you'll get what he's having.
I've
You
taken
can-
both.
wander around the markets.
So you
Um,
get what he's having.
You find that on the rest day, which is known as the 10th day
Yeah.
in Escania, you're wandering around and you find there are very, very few stalls open. Those who are literally just selling basics.
Yeah.
There's no, you'll find no shops, no real shops open. There's no, you can't go and sort of buy fine jewellery or
I wouldn't anyway.
that sort of stuff. But you do find there are the places where they will sell like different coloured headwear from the sun, and like the wrappings that you
Yeah.
are wearing. Some you can get different ones of those, and then you'll find it's mainly hospitality that is open.
Yeah. I just keep wandering around then. I wouldn't buy anything like that.
Yeah, you'll see all different other foods. There's lots of sweets and things like that. Lots of different drinks, but they all seem to be some form of coconut. It's quite clear that's what's popular around here. However, if you can give me just a flat D20 roll,
1 second. Just me or them?
just you. If you get
I've just
Oh,
if you get above 10,
mm-hmm.
you will find something else, a different type of food.
I got exactly 10.
Right. Yeah. So you, whilst you're going around, you actually find one place where they have like a stall open, and behind the stall you can see it's almost like a farmhouse, but all the windows and everything are open. You can see straight out the back. They have these different types of tree that they're growing,
Mm-hmm.
and they are selling the fruits of it. And this is something you guys you would have never seen anywhere else
Yeah.
from the climate you come from. But these are slightly curved yellow fruits.
Bananas.
Funny enough, that's what they call them, yes. You've never seen one before. And they are being sold as 2 for 1 silver. Which is quite expensive, but you've not seen them around before.
Okay.
And you find people are, they're queuing up to get them. Because they are, they seem to be something different, it's not coconut.
Mm. Okay, what else do I see?
You also look around and you don't see anything else really. There's just
Okay.
different bars and places, and you notice that as you wander, the closer to the centre of the city you get, and the closer to this huge palace that you can see now and again down various different streets. The closer you get, you notice the prices seem to be going
Yeah.
up. But otherwise, that's about it.
Okay.
I'd just like to point out how unfair the parents are.
Why?
Because I said Snuggum was copying Bobbo, and it was Snuggum who got the slam.
I didn't do it.
To be fair,
I only see.
you're both being a couple of little twats, and it serves you bloody both right.
No, but only Snuggum got the slam.
To be fair,
If you really want me to hit the other one.
if
No. it's
if
fine.
I was Anderloss, I'd have just banged your heads together rather than hit one of you.
Yeah.
Yes, that will be a hit, sir.
Fair enough.
Well,
Would you like-
20 add 8?
On Snuggum, yeah.
Would you like to roll for damage?
Well, that wasn't that 20, so...
No,
All
not on
with-
Snuggum. That one
This
was on
one's on
Bobbo.
Bobbo.
This is on Bobbo, yeah.
You said
Oh,
about
it's only 1. It's fine. It's only 1.
so he
Uncanny
takes
dodge.
what 5? No,
Uh,
doubled 10. No,
Yeah.
oh well.
Equal beating.
No, sorry,
So
Be
it'd
two
1
plus-
goes to 2, add 4,
6.
6.
Then
Okay,
half.
dodge 3. I want easy one, yeah. See, son.
And a few people give a funny look to you guys as they overhear Anderloss bend down and whisper into your ear. Do it again, you little fucking shit, and I'm gonna.
Excuse me, don't you put words in my mouth?
What did you do damage to?
Anderloss is much
Bobbo?
more of a refined gentleman to not use
Absolutely.
such
No.
language.
If
I
one
will-
does that again, one is going to find one's head shoved right up one's.
Do you
Peanuts.
undoubtedly believe, my dear boy, that you are being positively intelligent behaviour respectively of thy attitude before thy bearings of thy individual?
What?
What was the damage?
Now cease and desist, boy.
Don't
Right.
what me, you little shit.
You heard me. Papa, no.
Snuggum is just going to repeat the whole thing that you just said.
Now, dear boy, that is refined.
Well done.
Well done, indeed.
And then he's going to
Have a
repeat
candid-
that.
Have a candid bollock.
Let's go buy him some more testicles.
At that point, he's going to shut up.
I'm just trying to. I was just trying to think of a funny name or conversion of toffee apple, but
Toffee on
Like-
it.
I suppose it would be a
To follow.
toffee goat apple.
To follow.
Let us go to the
So I guess-
ring.
Or maybe a toffsty.
I guess I'm just heading back to where we were staying then, because I've got no
Yeah.
interest in the fighting.
Yeah, so you'll just wander around. You'll maybe have a drink at this place, have another drink at that place. You see a nice amount of the city, and what you realise is that although some of their customs might come across as fairly barbaric, they are a simple, kind, and loving people.
Yeah.
When are we
Yeah.
getting to the
I
betting?
think we're getting to that one, boss.
However, you
This
guys,
This ain't even Bobbo or Snuggum, this is just me.
Oh.
When are we getting to the betting?
shut it. No, you do eventually arrive.
Yeah.
And what you've had to do is, where you've entered the city, you've had to go all the way through the centre and back out the other side. And you find the fighting ring.
Go on, son. You
And
got this.
it's a bit like a stadium, but today there are no criminal fights. It is just betting of scorpion v scorpions, and when the fighting starts, you look at them and you realise those aren't fighting scorpions. Those are nothing.
They're babies.
You know, these things, you know, when they raise the tail up fully, they're barely taller than Anderloss.
Oh.
Whereas these previous ones, you know,
Disappointed.
their heads were pretty much as tall as Anderloss, these huge things. These things are medium-sized.
Bobbo, as you know, being perceived as the kids thing, is just going to say to one of the bystanders, "They're not scorpions. I could take one of them."
I'm sure you could. Yes.
Should I give it a go?
Should I give it a go? No, boy. We don't have to-
And they carry on. If you keep on whining, eventually he's going to push you over the edge. But
Ooh.
If he pushes my son over the edge, he's going over too.
Oh,
to be
dear
fair, by this
God.
point, he would have wound you up enough that you would probably help him.
Oh,
To be fair, if
he's not
hang on,
wrong.
Hang on. To be fair, if he pushes him over the edge, that's
We'll be in there
attempted
with
murder.
Oh, God. Guilty by association. Not if no one finds out later.
To be fair, if you've been whining that much, there'll be loads and loads of witnesses around that said you just jumped.
Yep.
And my persuasion is very good.
Yeah.
Everyone will be going, yeah, we didn't see a thing.
Until like 10 minutes later when I'm the only one who crawls out of the pit.
Right, so
Yes.
who's bet on? Who's allowed to bet?
So what they do is they take different paints and they basically splash it onto the scorpion's back,
Oh.
and you bet
Bet
on
on
colour.
the colour.
And effectively, what is traditional is you bet a silver piece, you name the colour that you want, and if that one wins, then and it's usually 4 of them fighting at the same time. If your colour wins, then you get double back what you put in. And clearly, on those sort of odds, you know, the house wins a lot. But that is one of their forms of tax.
Makes sense. So, how far away are these scorpions?
They're fairly close. It's you tend to find that although it's a family thing, there's only a couple of rows. There's no actual seating. It's just tiered terraces
Can we
type of
go to the
thing.
very front, right? We want to be right.
Yeah. I'll let you go right up to the front.
Okay, cool.
And when I was joking about you jumping over the edge, it is literally just like a 4-foot wall.
Ah, makes sense.
It's a 4-foot wall, and it's the same level as
Perfect.
you are if you're right up against
So
it.
which one's the strongest out of the ones fighting?
What are the colours?
Well, you've got. Let's say you've got red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say you've got red, green, blue, and yellow.
Okay.
Just for the.
Bet on a different colour each. You've got
Give
better
me an
odds.
investigation check.
That makes sense.
All of us.
Actually, no. Give me a nature check to see if you can work out what you think is the strongest.
18.
18. Okay. And what
Bobbo
about
is 6. And Snuggum is 11.
11? So Bobbo and Snuggum, you haven't got a bloody clue.
I know that's
Whereas you've seen a few things before, and if I do them in order, I'm going to hold up some fingers for you so that he can't see. Okay. So you've got red, green, blue, and yellow. Okay. Up to you what you want to bet on.
Perfect. I'm going.
Do you want me to place my
You
bet?
pay your bet.
Yes, you place yours first.
Bobbo's going to go for number 1, whatever.
Okay, so
Colour you
Bobbo's
decide.
going for that one. Yeah.
And Snuggum's going for number 2.
Okay, so you're
2 gold for Snuggum.
Snuggum's going for
2
he's
gold
doing
on
2.
2.
Okay, how much is Bobbo putting in?
Bobbo's putting in 2 gold on 1.
2 gold.
They're both putting
Okay,
in
if
2
this
gold
is silver. They only take silver. They wouldn't take
Okay,
gold.
20 silver on each.
No, I mean they wouldn't take that much.
Oh, okay.
It's two silver is probably an extravagant bet.
Okay.
Most
Bobbo's
people only
gonna
bet
do
1.
2 silver and Snuggum will do 2 silver.
But what are the colours
Okay.
you picked though? What
And-
colours are number 1 and
I'm
number 2?
quite sure Adrian's got it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, so red, green, blue, yellow. And so that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, cool.
So you
Maximum bet.
2 silver.
But, okay, cool. I'll go 2 silver.
It's a bit of a crappy joint. Isn't
Number
it?
2.
Okay, on green. Okay.
We can see the fight, right?
Yeah.
Perfect, cool.
So I'm going to roll a d6. The one that I said is the strongest is going to be a 5, 6, or its number.
Perfect. I'm going to use my
Okay.
cantrip of guidance on green.
That is a very bad thing to do.
Really? Oh,
Yes, that would be cheating.
But no one can tell.
Well, there will be people that can tell. You're not the only magic user around.
Fine, I'll do nothing.
I would advise you not to.
I will
You would have
encourage-
probably
Can I
you would
use
have got
my-
the impression that it's not a done thing.
Darn, okay, cool. Can I
This-
persuade my scorpion to fight then?
No,
Oh.
they can't understand you.
Go on, boy, you got this. Yeah.
The fight takes a good half hour because they start off by just wandering around, but they're clearly, a little bit of goat blood has been thrown in to the stadium, and they kind of get the scent eventually of this blood, and then they start getting a bit arsey with each other. And this stadium is built in such a way that there is no shade inside the wall. It's kind of like the wall is built in at such an angle that unless it's late afternoon or very early morning, the sun always shines directly down.
So they can't escape the heat of the day. And when they're released, the scorpions would normally bury themselves and get out of the heat. They'll kind of bury down a couple of feet under the sand, and then it's cooler down there. But they can't do it, so they get agitated, they get angry, they start getting shitty with each other, and they start fighting. The blue and the yellow, they go at each other, and the blue one takes out the yellow almost instantly.
I don't know what the other one is.
That was number 4. No, blue is number 3. It's red, green, blue, yellow. The red one goes for green, and it seems to score quite a few sting hits on it, but the green one doesn't seem to be damaged at all from it. It's like it's hitting the shell. And then number 3, the blue one, comes up to the first one, the red one, and attacks it from behind and actually pinches it so hard, actually lops its tail off. This red one spins round, goes for the blue, and they're kind of going like this, and then blue's tail flicks straight down and hits it between the eyes. The red one just sort of stutters a bit and just drops. It then spins on the green one, and the green one grabs one pincer, grabs the other one just below the pincer, and snips one of its pincers off.
Who does that to who?
Green.
Just the green to the blue, and then its pincer goes straight in for the face, and it keeps trying to go for it as it's trying to get away. And these pincers are interlocked, and their tails are whipping at each other, and then suddenly the green one just yanks it forward towards it, and its stinger flicks at the other one's stinger to keep it out of the way as the pincer goes for the face and pinches hard. The blue one drops, leaving just number 2, the green one.
So there's
So Snuggum gets back his 2 and wins another 2, and so does Anderloss.
They get 4 silver each.
Yeah. And there's then a break,
Yes.
because there's obviously lots of clearing up, and throughout the day there'll be several more matches and this sort of thing going on. I'm going to say that for the rest of them you win and lose, and you end up even on those.
We had a good day out, boys.
Sorry, I've got
Let's go home for Mumsy.
very quickly.
Mumsy.
Mumzana.
Oh, God.
Mother.
Dadaloss.
Anderloss.
More like a dandy loss.
Yeah, Dandalos.
How many fights are throughout the day?
I don't know.
Probably about 6 in total. Each one takes about half hour-ish.
Can you just very quickly do 1, 2, 3, and 4? You're taking it as 4 fighting each.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and 4 for 6 fights, and I'll just quickly roll the d4. Bobbo's a bit peeved that he lost.
Okay, so which ones are you going to bet on?
Well, that's what I'm going to say. That's why I say if you write down who wins them, I'll roll the dice to see if he.
Okay, so
Just one more shot.
so that was match 1.
Yeah.
So if I go for match 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, so that's going to be 5 more matches, yeah? Okay, we'll have that one. Okay,
2 gold, 2 silver at a time. Sorry.
and this is what you bet on.
Yeah, I'm not doing this.
Okay,
I have
The
one
first one is number 1 again.
okay, you win on that one. Third match,
That's 2.
you lose. So you're back to being even.
Well, no, it was even.
I know you're
3.
so you're actually down. Number 3, you're down even more now. So you're now 4 silver down.
Going into the whole boys.
So this is roll 5th match. Or is it?
You're ready for your 5th.
Yeah, so that's lost 3. That was a 3 again.
You lose again.
The last one is the number 3 as well.
That one you win.
Consistency is key, my boy.
So you lost 1, 1, 1 and became even. Then you
I
were
lost,
down 2, down 4, down 6, and then up another 4.
I lost
So he lost
So
2
you-
in total.
Yeah, you're down 2 silver overall. But you won twice and you
So I
finished
bet
on
that
the
you
win.
guys eventually head back to where you're staying.
I'll have back all.
You probably got Snuggum saying, "Can I have some candy?"
Yes.
Can I?
I'll buy you some candy, boy.
Yeah, and you find
Ah,
that there are
for
more.
bollocks.
You now find that there's. Yeah, I thought there were going to be Tofsties.
No, it's a bollocks.
Buy one for each of the boys.
So in total, I'm 4 down.
I buy one for each of the boys.
Okay.
Yeah, nice family.
Yep. So yeah, they can have their. It's very sweet on the outside and salty on the inside.
Blech.
Oh, I'm not eating.
I'm not eating it. You don't know
You're
that.
smart enough to have realised what they were.
I'm just that. I'm good. And lost
Nice.
eats a lot of things. I'm
Not
good.
that.
So, whilst they're at these matches and coming
There we
back,
go. We sent it like your sweets then.
not good. Now you've made him want one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys have watched these matches throughout the day, and now you're making your way back for an evening meal. And Elzana, you've done your little bit of shopping. You've wandered
I
around a
didn't
few
buy
places.
anything.
Yeah, you've window shopped as such.
Yeah.
You can tell us if there was anything interesting you saw along the day.
They had bananas.
Was there any magical stuff?
What's a banana?
The yellow bendy thing.
There wasn't. There's none of those magical symbols. So about one of those.
Nothing like that open.
But yeah, whilst you're during your kind of lazy days, sitting around in cafes and things, Elzana, you have been thinking about. Are you looking for anything specific while you're here? Are you looking for any clues, or are you mainly already in your mind thinking we're heading straight to the Sultan? We're going to go to what we think is the source.
I'm looking for one of those musical things.
I would have been looking for any blue crystals or anything, but I'm guessing I didn't find any.
No. You've seen. I mean, you probably kept an eye out as you were going around, but there were very few stalls or shops open that weren't
Yeah.
food. And obviously, you're staying a second night now.
Can I ask if there's any of the people who are passing during the day if there's anything that says magical?
No, I mean effectively, this is the rest day.
Ah,
The day rest day to what everybody else in the world terms it. They just call it 10th day.
fair
And on this 10th day, it is a day of rest, family enjoyment.
fair enough. No worries.
Hence why it's generally
Well,
hospitality open.
how are you doing
only.
for food and water? You good for food and water?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fine. He's just eating his candied
You
brains.
good for food and water? You got rations on you? Like in game? Okay, cool. Perfect. Well, I'll
Yep.
just do the same thing I did
And,
last day if we go for a long rest again then.
Yeah.
But this time I'll do it twice, so there's now 90 gallons of water
Nice.
and 90 pounds of food in the square.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah, you're just going along and you just find there's an empty stall where, because they don't bother packing the stalls away and you just find a couple.
go. Just like,
You just pick up some odd crates.
There you go,
Dump.
done. By the way, the water never goes up until it's drank.
Nice.
So it's just food does, but the water's just there.
So what if you pop a goldfish in it?
It would survive.
It'll survive. You gotta feed it.
But normally, if you put a goldfish in water, it makes it dirty.
But it wouldn't. It stays clean.
Yeah. That's amazing. Imagine the amount of parents out there that would not have to clean that bloody goldfish.
It's
bowl.
just like purified water all the time.
It's one of those horrific things when the kid goes, "I've won a goldfish."
No.
You just the thought of having to fish it out
I had
into a
goldfish
mug or
growing
whatever it used to be, and then having to scrub the inside of slime and then clean all the
I had a goldfish for, what was it, 10 years? I had one goldfish for 8 and then another one for 10 years.
Do they live that long?
I had one for 10 years.
Yeah, if it dies and your parents replace it, they can.
I didn't replace it though.
Are you sure?
He ended up drowning himself in his filter.
What?
Yeah, that's how my
I don't want to live anymore.
goldfish took
But they suffocate, yeah. No, there's
The air purified, right?
no, I have actually heard of someone who was looking after someone's pets, and the family forgot to tell them that the hamster had died the night before they went on holiday. So of course they're going around doing various things, and they find the hamster's dead. So they've taken the dead hamster. They've gone around every pet shop they can find, trying to find one similar. They find one, buy it, put it back into the hamster cage.
Sounds like an
And-
episode of Rainfall as well.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking I said it was a budgie.
No, they literally do that, and the people come back and went, yeah, the kids ecstatic, thinking, "Oh, he must have just been asleep and everything," and the parents are like, "What have you done? This thing was dead."
Just like...
Goldfish live for 10 to 15 years.
Holy jeez.
I never realised that.
Yeah.
I thought they were one of these
No, they
pets that only live for 3 years or something.
Yeah, a lot less if you've got a cat.
Well, yeah. So the next morning,
That's actually more worrying about them fairs and that. Like, when you go around as a kid, like, here's a 10 to 15 year.
It's been here since the beginning.
so the next morning,
So the next morning, you will wake up, you will have your food, and it is time for you to discuss what your plan is.
to head towards.
However,
wherever it was,
at that point, I believe we will call the end of the session. It's 10 to 10.
Yeah, we've done a good
It's
job.
William Tell time.
We've done a lot. I didn't do the good old
10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
I didn't count
No, you didn't. You kept on bloody saving there. Bastard. You caused me to roll all those ones. I hate you
That
for that.
wasn't my fault. How's that?
I've got to blame someone.
I made you roll one.
Yeah, I'm definitely blaming you though.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, no, Adrian's rolled about, what, 3 or 4 ones?
I know,
tonight?
right? It's like loads of them.
I rolled about 5 or 6 in a row almost. However, I did also roll quite a few 20s.
Yes.
And they came thanks to tabletopdominion.com. Use /Geek Initiative, you'll get 15% off. And they are
Remember,
really good.
with 15% off, that's 15% more percentage you can put on
More
betting
dice.
on scorpion finds.
Or you could just buy more dice.
That's true. Buying more dice is good as well.
Yeah.
Surely, how many dice is too many dice?
no such thing.
Don't be so stupid, there is no such thing.
There is no such thing.
More
You
dice
really
just
need all
means
those dice?
bigger
Stop
holders.
speaking nonsense.
Stop speaking nonsense. I do want this.
That's not lots of dice.
So did
That's
we
just
ever
a few.
actually
That's
say
only
what
the
we were
first
doing
one.
next, or did we only get as far?
No,
as
so the
this
next you
one?
will, in the morning, you'll wake up, you will go sit downstairs for your breakfast,
We'll wait
and
for
you
all
will
the
discuss
ideas.
what you were going to do and where you were going. Are you going to stay in the city and wander around a bit and take some time, or are you going to carry on with your mission and head towards Astan?
I don't know. I think we're
It
gonna.
make more sense to head towards where
I
we
think
got
we
to go.
start doing our mission.
That's for you as a group to decide.
Well, thank
In the
you very
meantime, thank you very much for joining us. We are back next Tuesday for the final part of the Shiva story, Terraformers. And we will be back next Wednesday with the Creeping Aberration. And after that, it will be Shiva doing both Tuesday and Wednesdays with Dan as the director for 2 weeks, whilst I bugger off for
He's
a little
leaving
holiday.
us.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Oh, and don't forget,
Yes.
guys, we are going to go to the convention as well.
Yeah.
Yes. So next Friday, 31st of May, at the NEC is the UK Games Expo. We will be there on the Friday, wandering around with our t-shirts,
Yep.
looking like a bunch of idiots that we are.
I
And
just said my maiden name meant idiot.
we'll be wandering around, and
That'll be fun. Nice. And thank you guys for coming. I will see you all next Wednesday myself, so you forget. But it's goodbye from me.
goodbye from me.
And me.
Someone just hit him.
I already did.
Have a good week, guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh,
Take care.